Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm so glad you're here right now because I've got the most exciting, wonderful news to share. If you've been following us and cheering us on, today is finally the day we've all been waiting for. Drum roll, please. Amy and I are officially overjoyed to announce that we have welcomed not one, but two brand new little members into our family. That's right, twins. We are completely and totally in love with our precious newborn babies. It's been a wild ride, lots of waiting, lots of anticipation, and of course lots of love and prayer, but this moment is finally here, and we couldn't be happier. Let me catch you up. We found out that we were expecting twins a few months ago. It felt like the sweetest surprise. When the ultrasound technician broke the news, our hearts practically melted. Two tiny heartbeats, two little kicks, two adorable potential personalities right there in front of us. Even now, I get teary thinking about how miraculous that moment was. Over the next few months, we had the most incredible journey, just learning how to prepare for two babies. You can imagine how many diapers and onesies we had to buy. We painted the nursery, we picked out the coziest blankets, handmade gifts poured in from friends and family, and the support we felt from all of you. It was nothing short of amazing. We had clinic visits and ultrasounds, each one more beautiful than the last. We got to see those little faces, those tiny hands and feet. Each appointment was a reminder. There are two little lives growing stronger every single day. Then came the final stretch. Nesting mode officially kicked in. We washed laundry, bought extra bottles, stocked formula, and sucked up all the parenting podcasts we could. We wanted to be as ready as possible, but of course, nothing really fully prepares you for meeting your newborn babies in person. Nothing, honestly. And that brings us to today. As I record this, we are finally home as a family of 5. The twins have arrived and they are safe, perfectly healthy, and absolutely adorable. I bet you're so curious, so let me fill you in on all the details. First off, they arrived a few days ago, during the morning hours. The labor was smooth and peaceful, totally different experience than with our older kids, if you're familiar with that. Amy was an absolute rock star. There's something deeply spiritual and powerful about that moment when a mother gives life. Twice over, in this case. It's breathtaking. Baby A was born first, an amazing, pulsing, beautiful little babe. She weighed in at a healthy, perfect weight. No complications, just that newborn cry that instantly fills your body with adrenaline and emotion. Then, after a short break and some gentle encouragement, baby B arrived. Also healthy, also perfect. Two bundles of love, who already seem so different, so distinct in little ways we can already see. And here's the sweetest part. I got to cut the umbilical cords twice. That was a surreal, emotional moment I'll never forget. Holding those little lives in my arms, I felt overwhelmed with gratitude, hope, wonder. I looked over at Amy, and there was this beautiful mix of fatigue and pure, unfiltered joy written across her face. I wanted to capture every moment forever. They'll grow up with two older siblings, seeing them already go baby, baby, baby. Around the house makes our hearts burst. The kids are so excited, rubbing little backs, giving fingers extra gentle squeezes, and sneakily sneak peeking whenever Amy and I aren't looking. We're taking the first several weeks one day at a time, lots of feedings, diaper changes, little bursts of crying, lots of cuddles, and maybe a few more late nights than we're used to. We're completely relying on routines and leaning on our village. We have grandparents on standby, friends dropping off home-cooked meals, and 1,000 heartfelt messages from each of you. If you've ever been through this, you already know. The days might feel long, but the years fly by. Those first squishy moments, that smell of newborn skin, the soft sighs and sleep, every fleeting second passes so quickly, and we're trying to soak it all in. Pause. Breathe with camera warm focus. Some of you may be wondering if we have chosen names. We absolutely have picked them out, though we're keeping them private a little longer. We love the names we've chosen, and we want to announce them when everyone's enjoying a fresh head of sleep, so stay tuned for that update coming very soon. Another big part of this update is to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts. The messages, the prayers, the comments, you've wrapped us in pure kindness. Knowing you're rooting for us means everything. Parenthood doesn't come with a manual, but having community like this? That's priceless. We know all kinds of folks have watched us on this journey, from a single crier to a married couple to expecting and now to new parents of 4. You've seen the good days and the rough days. You've celebrated milestones with us and shared tears. Thank you for staying here. Your presence matters deeply. So what's next? In the coming weeks, we'll share a full family introduction video. We'll take you into our home, show you the babies, show you big siblings meeting them for the first time, diapers and all. Expect fun, expect chaos, expect emotional moments you won't want to miss. We'll give updates about postpartum recovery, how Amy is healing, how we're handling nights, sharing tips, lessons, and even bloopers. Because yes, when you bring home twins, there will be bloopers. Like when 2 hungry babies cry at once, and you realize you don't have another pair of arms, and then all the blankets somehow end up on the floor. We'll laugh through it together. Expect heartfelt. Expect messy. Expect love. This journey is just beginning, and you all are part of it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for caring. Amy and I are beyond grateful. We can't wait to introduce our twins and share the ride. Ups, downs, diapers, cuddles, hope, dreams, all of it. Our family is now 5-person strong, a beautiful little crew navigating life together, led always by love. We'll be posting shorter updates on social media, plus some follow-ups here on YouTube. So make sure you're subscribed, hit the bell. You won't want to miss a second. Again, thank you from both of us. For your support, your prayers, your kindness. Welcome to the world, Baby A and Baby B. Our hearts have never felt fuller. If you enjoyed sharing this moment with us, drop a comment, send love, follow along. Until next time, from our family to yours, thank you for being here, and welcome to this journey with us. Matt Roloff has confirmed he's still with Caryn Chandler. Earlier this year, he shared a post saying he'd returned to Oregon from Arizona and was looking forward to catching up with her after she'd been enjoying sunny weather. Caryn echoed this by posting photos together at a restaurant, smiling and close, captioning them, "Photo dump, it's been a minute, smiley face." They got engaged in April 2023 in Matt's Arizona backyard at sunset. Matt surprised Caryn with a proposal. She accepted, calling the moment meant to be. He'd planned it quietly, with just close friends and family present. Despite being fiancés, the couple has delayed wedding plans multiple times. Initially, they expected to marry in 2024 but postponed twice. First for personal reasons, then to accommodate Matt's mother's health concerns. They've not yet set a firm wedding date, instead focusing on their life together, managing Roloff farms, traveling, and enjoying family time. Caryn lives between Oregon and Arizona. Social media photos show her at Roloff farms, planting, visiting the home Matt built there, and sharing moments with him. Her openness on Instagram stories silences rumors that their relationship had ended. Matt and Caryn's engagement stirred mixed feelings within the Roloff family. Matt's twin son Zach and daughter-in-law Tori reportedly developed tension with him over the farm's ownership and didn't fully embrace Caryn or the engagement. Amy Roloff, Matt's ex-wife, describes her relationship with Caryn as respectful and cordial, though not close friends. Amy and her husband Chris plan to give the couple space and might not attend the wedding to keep it on Matt and Caryn's terms. Behind the scenes, Matt has been redirecting his energy. Since TLC ended Little People, Big World after 25 seasons, he filed annual reports to keep his businesses active, Roloff Properties, LLC and Matt Roloff Media, LLC. Roloff Farms Incorporated lapsed its license, but Matt continues seasonal events like the pumpkin season and renovating the farm. Caryn has been by his side for these projects, including planting spring flowers and refurbishing the barn. On social media, Matt's return to posting was marked by photos of him with Caryn at the beach, captioned, "Lovin' my best life." Together they've been enjoying life at Caryn's Arizona home and splitting time between states. They've talked about having a small, destination wedding. Caryn's son joined those discussions, mentioning they're planning an intimate ceremony with a modest guest list, prioritizing quality over size. They haven't announced a wedding venue or date yet, but fans expect it will likely be small, possibly in Hawaii or Arizona, given earlier plans and Caryn's son's comments. Matt and Caryn continue working on the Oregon farm. Caryn helps maintain flower beds, buildings, and social media, showing them together and confirming their relationship remains strong. Following the show's end, Matt shifted focus toward business, real estate investments, and media engagements. He keeps traveling and speaking, and Caryn joins him on these journeys. They remain engaged, committed to each other, working on family dynamics and planning a wedding in their own time. Matt said publicly that no breakup happened, only delays, and that they're still going strong. Caryn Chandler and Matt Roloff had been a couple for several years. They met on the set of Little People, Big World, where Caryn worked as a manager on the family's farm. Over time, their friendship turned into a relationship. After Matt's divorce from Amy Roloff, Caryn and Matt began spending more time together and eventually started dating publicly. For years, fans followed their story closely. Viewers saw them on the show, during family events, during holidays, and on vacations. Caryn became a regular figure on screen and in the Roloff family dynamic. Despite some initial tension with Matt's ex-wife Amy, Caryn stayed involved in the lives of the Roloff children and grandchildren. She appeared in many family milestones and became a central figure in the storyline. What many fans didn't know was that Caryn had previously been married before she dated Matt. That marriage had ended long before she appeared on the show. For years, Caryn remained quiet about the details of her past relationship. She didn't share much in interviews or on social media. She kept her private life out of the spotlight, preferring to focus on her role in the show and her life with Matt. But new developments recently brought Caryn's name back into focus. According to court records and confirmed by sources close to the family, Caryn finalized a legal divorce from her past partner. Though separated for years, the legal process had never been completed until now. This news took many by surprise. Some fans believed she had already been legally divorced. Others assumed it had been dealt with long ago. The official documentation of her final divorce came quietly. There was no media announcement or public statement from Caryn or her representatives. Instead, it was confirmed through records obtained by the media and quietly acknowledged by those close to her. Sources close to Caryn say that this decision was a long time coming. The divorce was not due to recent drama or new conflict, but rather the final step in a chapter that had ended long ago. The process had been slow and not a priority during the years she focused on her work, her relationship with Matt, and her time on the show. When the time was right, she moved ahead to complete it officially. The finalization of the divorce doesn't change much in Caryn's current life, but it does close the door on a chapter she hadn't talked about much. Her focus now remains on her engagement to Matt and their plans for the future. Matt proposed to Caryn in early 2023. He announced their engagement on social media, and the couple later confirmed they were planning a wedding in 2024. Friends say that the final divorce gives Caryn a sense of closure. Though the relationship ended emotionally many years ago, the legal paperwork kept a connection she no longer wanted. Finalizing the divorce has allowed her to move forward completely. For her, it was about simplicity, peace of mind, and personal clarity. There was no drama or tension around the final paperwork, just a quiet legal process that brought resolution. Matt has been supportive throughout. He knew about Caryn's past and respected her privacy. Sources say he was happy she completed the process and supported her through the paperwork and decisions. Their bond has remained strong, and they continue to enjoy their life together on the farm and in Arizona, where they spend part of the year. Matt and Caryn's relationship has had ups and downs over the years, like any couple. Public scrutiny and family complications made things more complex at times, but they remained committed. The announcement of their engagement was met with mixed reactions from fans and the extended Roloff family. But over time, tensions eased. Amy, Matt's ex-wife, has shared publicly that she and Caryn are cordial. They aren't friends, but they coexist peacefully and share space when needed for family events. The Roloff family is known for their complicated relationships. Divorce, remarriage, and blended families have been central themes throughout the show's history. Caryn's divorce adds another layer, but it's not a surprise to those close to her. Her past relationship was never part of the show, and many fans didn't know about it. The lack of attention likely helped Caryn process it privately and without added pressure. The public response has been mostly positive. Fans expressed surprise at the timing but also support for Caryn. Many appreciated her honesty, even if she remained quiet about the details. Supporters have noted that everyone deserves closure and that Caryn has handled her journey with grace and maturity. Matt has echoed this privately, telling friends that he respects Caryn even more for the way she handled everything. The couple continues to plan their future together. The farm remains a big part of their life, as does their new home in Arizona. They split time between both places, enjoying the seasons and building a shared life. As wedding plans move forward, this final legal step helps simplify things. Caryn and Matt can now plan without the shadow of the past. For them, it means clarity, fresh starts, and an open road ahead. The wedding will likely include family, close friends, and possibly moments shared on the show. Amy and Chris, Matt's ex-wife and her husband, remain part of the extended family. Events like birthdays and holidays bring everyone together. Over time, the tension between Amy and Caryn has softened. They aren't close, but they coexist peacefully. Both women understand the importance of putting family first and leaving the past in the past. The children seem to accept the changes as well. Over time, they have built their own families and homes. While the past still holds weight, the focus is now on grandchildren, new beginnings, and moving forward. Caryn's final divorce is one small piece of that larger picture. The decision to keep the divorce quiet wasn't meant to deceive, according to friends. It was simply personal. The relationship had been over for years, and the legal process didn't feel urgent. When the time came, Caryn dealt with it quietly and efficiently. Now that it's complete, she feels a sense of peace. Looking ahead, Caryn and Matt are excited about their next chapter. The wedding will be a celebration not just of their love, but of the life they've built together. For Caryn, the journey hasn't always been easy. But with the past officially behind her, the future feels lighter. Zach Roloff had been in the public eye for most of his life. Growing up on television with Little People, Big World, he became known for his calm demeanor, steady presence, and devotion to his family. For years, his relationship with Tori Roloff was seen as one of the most solid parts of the show. They met, fell in love, and shared their journey openly with viewers. Fans watched as they got married, had children, and faced the ups and downs of family life together. But after years of being in the spotlight as a couple, things began to change. At first, it wasn't obvious. Zach and Tori were still posting photos together, still attending family events, still showing up at birthdays and celebrations. But those close to them noticed the small shifts. The tone of their social media posts began to change. There were fewer photos together, fewer captions filled with heart emojis, and fewer mentions of each other in interviews. Friends say the couple began spending more time apart, focusing on their individual responsibilities and personal growth. The public didn't know the details. Zach and Tori never made a formal announcement. There were no public arguments, no statements about separation. They kept things quiet, choosing to protect their children and avoid public speculation. Over time, it became clear that they were no longer functioning as a couple. Sources say they made the decision to separate amicably, with a shared goal of continuing to co-parent their children in a healthy and respectful way. After stepping back from filming the show, Zach focused on his kids and personal interests. He spent time working on his home, playing with his children, and adjusting to life away from the camera. Tori also stayed busy, focusing on parenting, photography, and other creative pursuits. The two remained in contact, frequently seen together during school drop-offs, family outings, and weekend events with the kids. There was no animosity, just the quiet understanding of two people moving in different directions. Months passed, and Zach began to adjust to his new reality. For a long time, he wasn't interested in dating. Friends say he took time to reflect, heal, and think about what he wanted moving forward. His priority remained his children, and he kept his schedule focused on their routines. But over time, his heart began to open again. Quietly, carefully, Zach allowed someone new into his life. Her name is Emily. She's not in the public eye, not part of the entertainment world. She works in education and lives near the same area where Zach and his family reside. They met through mutual friends at a local community event. It started as a simple conversation, just two parents talking about their kids, their work, and their favorite spots in town. There was no pressure, no rush, just an easy connection that grew over time. At first, Zach didn't tell many people. He wanted to be sure. He wanted to protect his children and respect Tori's space. He and Emily spent time getting to know each other slowly. They went on walks, had coffee dates, and talked for hours about life, family, and everything in between. Emily knew who Zach was, but she wasn't a superfan. She had seen episodes of the show, but didn't follow the family closely. That made things easier. She wasn't interested in his fame. She was interested in who he really was. Their relationship grew quietly. Zach introduced her to a few close friends, who were surprised but supportive. They said he seemed lighter, more relaxed, and happier than he had in a long time. He smiled more. He talked about new hobbies, new plans, and shared photos of the meals they cooked together or the hikes they took on weekends. He didn't rush anything. He wanted to be intentional, thoughtful, and clear about his choices. Eventually, Emily met Zach's children. It didn't happen overnight. Zach waited until the time felt right, making sure the kids were comfortable and understood. The first meeting was simple, a visit to the park, casual and low pressure. The kids responded well. Emily was warm, patient, and kind. She didn't try to be their parent or take over. She just showed up as herself, listened, played, and respected the bond they had with both Zach and Tori. Over time, the relationship became more stable. Zach and Emily spent more time together with the kids, doing everyday things, cooking dinner, doing schoolwork, gardening, and watching movies. It wasn't a dramatic love story. It was simple, steady, and real. The kind of love that grows from trust and friendship. Friends say Zach is more grounded now. He's found balance between parenting, co-parenting with Tori, and building a new connection. Tori has been respectful and gracious. She and Emily aren't close, but they've met. There's no tension, no jealousy, no conflict. Both women understand that the most important thing is the kids. They talk about schedules, school events, and summer plans. They don't compete. They collaborate. It's not always perfect, but it works. Their children are loved, supported, and cared for by all the adults in their lives. Zach hasn't made any big public announcements. He hasn't posted couple photos or gone public with a relationship status. That's just not his style. He prefers privacy, especially after years of public life. But those close to him say he's happy. He feels like himself again. He's excited about the future and grateful for the journey that brought him to this place.